Hi, everyone. I need to jump up for a second. Woo! Forgot. Here we go. Hey, everyone. Sorry about that. All of a sudden, I realized I forgot to bring my tablet over here because that's how I am able to watch the comments while I'm doing the live. All of a sudden, I looked up. I'm like, uh-oh, I don't have my tablet with me. So, all right, here we are. We are starting. There we go. I'm just setting everything up, guys. Give me just a split second here. All right, there we go. All right. So, I think Facebook may be a little bit behind on their notifications, it appears. So far, I'm not seeing any of you. So, I'll be talking to myself for just a second. There's somebody. All right. I think we're quite delayed on Facebook tonight. Again, hello, whoever that is. I'm just setting up right now, so thank you for being with me. If you want to say hello, please do. Oh, we got a couple people now. That's good. Here we go. I'm just pulling up my my tablet. All right. Well, hello. How are you? Facebook is lagging. As we know, we usually have more in the house. Hey, Cindy Rose, how you doing? How's it going tonight? We're just in some sort of flow here. It's kind of interesting. It'll be an interesting night. It's just, anyhow, hi for the two of you that are here. I'm sorry. I only laugh because it's like, okay, Facebook, what are we doing now? So I'm glad that you're doing great, Cindy Rose. You have any general questions for me tonight? Is, Table Talk Thursdays, every third Thursday of the month. I make it open Q&A. You bring the questions, I'll bring the answers. Hey, Opal, how are you? Welcome. Here we go. Numbers are starting to pick up because Facebook was a little... There we go. Cindy West, hello. You're in the house, Cindy West. All right, we got two Cindys in the house. We got two Cindys and an Opal. Anyhow, ladies, it's now... Well, there's another person coming in. Hey, you guys, ask me your questions. That's what tonight is about. I'm going to throw it all to you guys, and I'm not going to say very much right now, maybe. Hopefully one of you will start the ball rolling here and start ask me on the open Q&A. Hey, Indira, how are you? I hope you will stay with us this evening, Indira, tonight. My regular weekly Psychic Mini Reading live events are on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. Arizona time. We are the same as Pacific Standard Time. Tonight is not about readings. Hey, Shayna. Hi. Tonight is not about readings, guys. That's on Wednesdays, and I do last minute ones also. But Table Talk is we pick a different... Hey, Anna, how are you? We pick a different inspirational, spiritual, or metaphysical topic. And we have an hour of you guys getting to share your experiences. We talk, you ask questions, and we have a lot of fun. Tonight is totally an open... Hey, Will, how you doing? Tonight is a totally open forum where it's open Q&A. Whatever topic you want to ask about, please do. However, know that this is more informational, not psychic readings, guys. All right? But we learn a lot. We grow a lot. Sometimes messages do come through from Spirit. Lots of times. They're included here. Just for the generality of all. So, hey, Kay, how you doing? Hello, Rhonda. Yay, I'm so glad you're all here. What I want to know, though, are what are your questions? What topic do you want to know about tonight? What can I generally speak to you? Let's talk about energy. Since so far I haven't seen, unless my comments all of a sudden stopped. Nope, okay, we're good. Here we go. So let's just talk about energy and the crazy energy going on. What do you guys think of the energy that's out there right now? What are you feeling? What are you experiencing? Very, very, please, I want to know. Put it in the comments. Because all of you that have been with me before know I'm not going to spend the hour just talking at you. We're going to end live pretty early. Anyhow, Daniel. Hello, Daniel. How are you? Yes, Cindy Rose said yes. I'm not sure what I asked a second ago, but the energy. Okay. Okay, so this is what's happening. I'm starting to figure out that I had quite the delay here in the comments. All right, here we go, guys. Thank you. So I am, K-Bear. Thanks for saying that. I am doing really well. What does moon water do? That's a good question. I got to think about that one. What does moon water do? I don't know much about it. I have to be honest. Does anybody know what moon water does? Cindy Rose, do you know? Cindy West says it's chaotic. Will says it's strong energy. Hey, Dale. You're Cindy Rose. You're like, oh, I'm just coming back to reality from the zinging. Yeah, wow, yeah. Ruth. Hello, Ruth. Welcome. All right, so let's talk about... You know, Heidi, I apologize. I really don't know what to say about that. I will never answer something that I don't know because that would be a disservice to everyone. So if anybody knows anything about moon water, please step up and let us know. Hi, Jackie. How are you? Yeah, Heidi, I'm sorry. I mean, I can conjure up some kind of educated guess. But I honestly don't know. And you know what's going to happen? I'll look it up afterwards. Okay, but if anybody... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Somebody's answering. Hey, K-Bear. Okay. Moon water is something you can drink to take in the power of the moon, water plants, and so much more. So, somebody tell me, am I moon water for cleansing crystals? All right. So, let me ask you guys. I was just going to ask you. Okay, Heidi, the answers are coming in. You can spray it in the house, sip it, or use it for cleansing crystals. Okay, guys, where have I been? If I had my head in the sand, I've never... You're all over there going, yes, you have, Elyse Ann. Yes, on this one, you've had your head somewhere else. That's funny. Well, I figured Cindy Rose, yeah, infused with the energy of the moon, the water, that is. It's made under the full moon when charged overnight. Well, that all makes total sense to me. You can blend moon water with oils or crystals to use the energy from the moon. That comes from Tony. She is our Young Living Essential Oil representative. Will just made some moon water. Thanks, everyone. Really, right, you guys? See, I told you. I learned stuff, too. Isn't that interesting? Usually when I do my charging of crystals, I'm doing it under the sunlight, not the moonlight. But it's interesting that this is coming up tonight because some things have been coming up about my moon and the cycles, and I've changed. My energy has shifted a lot, and the moon is starting to come more and more into play for me. So it's really cool that this came up tonight. Now I've learned something new. That's awesome. I love it. So you weren't sure what to do with it. All right, Heidi. Well, there you go. You can blend it with oils or crystals. You can spray it in the house, sip it, or use it for cleansing crystals. You can water plants with it. This is why I love our group. Everybody's this is what it's about. You guys know, look, I've been teaching and doing this for 20 plus years, 20 years, whatever it is, professionally. And I will never, ever put myself out there as knowing it all because it's impossible. And I won't put myself out to be something that I'm not. So anyhow, thanks, guys. Isn't it great? It's great, the moon water. Okay, who wants to ask the next question? Let's go back to the energy a little bit. Here we go. K-Bear is now saying you can charge with both sun and moon energy. It's best to use boiled tap water, but some people use rainwater or boiled water. Glass jars under the moonlight to charge it. Yeah, glass jars. That makes a whole lot of sense. So thank you. Awesome. I love it. Welcome, everybody. If you're new to me, hi. I'm so glad you're joining us. This is Open Q&A. I do a Table Talk Thursday, every week at this time. And my third Thursdays of every month, we do the Open Q&A. You can ask any question, general question, spiritual, metaphysical, or inspirational. It's not reading night. I do that on Wednesdays. I do psychic mini readings on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. Hey, Loretta. Hello, hello. And so, hold on 1 second, guys. I'm just making a note for myself. That's what I do. Spirit comes through with things all the time. And lately it's been on high power. They are just dropping all these things for me. It's beautiful. The energy is very, very powerful. It's somebody said chaotic. What's happening? Let me see. Okay, we're still on the moon water. Okay, let me go back. I'm not going to talk about energy until we're done with moon water. Okay, so here. Heidi says, has anyone ever tried ammonia jars? If so, how was your experience? Will says, I put my hands in the moon water after burning what no longer serves me on the full moon rituals I do, excuse me, I'm sorry, fell over my words there. On the full moon ritual I do to signify I'm clearly myself and releasing, clearing yourself and releasing. It's very cool. I do burn on the full moon. Yes, that's a release. I do that. So, okay, what else about our moon water, guys? And then we're going to talk a little bit more about the energy that's happening right now. Unless you guys, listen, any topic. We're free game here. You know, this is why I do the open Q&A. Because I can come up with topics and do, you know, a weekly on this, dreams and this and that and that and this. Hey, Teresa, how are you? But I want to know what you guys want to know. Because this is most of the things I already know, except the moon water. Or I can ask spirit, except for the moon water. Or, or, you know, from working with my clients or my own experiences. And so, I have a lot to offer you guys. What are you curious about in this realm? Burn sage. You want to know burning sage? Yes, let's talk about burning sage. Let's talk a little bit about that. Okay, on the moon water, you can add salt baths as well. Hi, Kelly. Hello. Hello. Good. Anyone get more headaches during a full moon? If you get headaches to begin with, you got to remember it draws the energy. It pulls the energy. It's a pull of energy. And all the energy that we are experiencing is, I've been told, and I see it as, and this, I was told this about four weeks ago, somewhere in that range, and they started telling me, spirit started telling me what was going on. And when once they told me and they showed me, I thought, yes, this makes sense, because we're seeing it I'm seeing it on a planetary level, but I'm seeing it also on the actual earthly plane here, from what my clients are going through, what my friends are going through, what people I know are going through, you know, neighbor, whatever. Let me just go into these comments. We'll go back to the energy in just a minute. I'll tell you what it is that they did show me and tell me. Okay, so Heidi says, I'm not a fan of sage, but use salt water, which serves the same purpose. All right. Well, sage is Native American. You can use white sage. There's, and it went out of my head. There's a couple other different ones that they use sometimes. Right out of my head. I had them and they went. But there's different things you can clear a space with. You can also use singing bowls, brass bells. There's a lot, anything with vibration that has a high vibration and a low vibration can be used for clearing. Good evening, Jen. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. K-Bear says, I get headaches during retrograde. This past one, this retrograde was quite interesting. It was a very strong one. Deep levels, I'm being told. Will says, I open my windows when burning sage to let the low vibrational, unhealthy energy leave my safe place and go to the white light to be transmuted. There you go, Will. And when we do that, when we do burning of sage, not only, this is the way I do it. Let me share with you how I do the clearing with sage. Sweetgrass, that was it, Kelly. Thank you. That was the other thing. You can use sage or sweetgrass. Thank you, Kelly. It just right out of my head. Thank you. All right. Excuse me, guys. My allergies. My nose has been a little itchy. Hand sanitizer. Anyhow. So, okay, K-Bear says I cleanse with sage, Palo Santo, or incense. Yes, you got to clear it out. Absolutely, absolutely. It's like energy is overwhelming at times. Yes, Teresa, it is. We're going to talk, like I said, we're going to get back to that. We're bouncing around just a little bit. We're having a lot of fun. We're getting a lot of good interaction, and I love it, guys. This is what I do this for. I want people to be involved. It's an open, interactive forum. Okay, so when it comes to burning sage in that way, excuse me, I will always open my front door, and this is the way I do it. I usually go to the right. I'm right-handed, and I run along the whole perimeter, and I run along all the walls. I open up and make sure the closets are open. You got to be real careful. You do have something that is burning in your hands, so be aware and have something underneath it, because some of that will start to fall off or flake off, and you don't want to start a little fire wherever you live. And you open up all the windows, you open up the front door, you go around the whole perimeter. Now, the other thing that you want to do, everyone, you want to check your mirrors for portals. It's not to scare you. Portals are just an opening. Doesn't mean anything negative or, as some people may call it, evil. I don't call it that, but evil or bad or negative has come through, but you want to close up that portal. And what will happen is you'll notice when you hold your sage or your sweetgrass to the mirror, you can tell whether or not that smoke is being kind of like, it looks like it's being sucked into the mirror almost, disappearing into the mirror, versus it just kind of billows up or what have we. If it seems like it's kind of going in, you just can go ahead and ask, you can say a prayer and ask for Archangel Michael, of course, come in and help close that portal and seal it. And, okay, that's kind of a quick down and dirty way of doing it. I mean, there's a lot more ritualistic you can get with it, but I'm trying to give just a quick overview. So let me look at this. Hey, Princess Sophia, how are you? And then I'll continue in a minute on the saging. Will says, and I walk around the complete outside of my place so no unhealthy energy can enter back in. All right. So what happens? Hi, Kristen. Welcome. What happens is what I do is I'll do the whole, like indoors, but I'll run the whole perimeter. I check for my portals. I will open up closets and at least get some of that sage or sweetgrass in there, the smoke. And yes, who said it? I saw a feather and an abalone shell. That's what you want to have underneath. My abalone shell broke, but anyhow, you can always just, at least you have something, all right, on it. And, oh, that's a good question. I'll get to that in a moment. As you're asking for the energy to release back to the white light of the universe to be transmuted, hear me clearly, everyone. You do not want to ever leave a void in energy. So you ask for it to be replaced. What I usually ask for is loving, balanced, harmonious energy of the highest vibration. The other thing you want to do is you want to bless your thresholds. Any door in and out of your home, you want to bless it. However you want to bless it. I work a lot with Christ consciousness energy, so usually I'll do kind of the cross. I'll also talk to father and mother, whoever I want to call in to help to bless that. And I ask that only love, harmony, compassion, whatever you want to bring into your home, that's all that is allowed, the highest vibrations allowed to enter. Very important to do that. Okay, so let me look at some of these comments and questions. We got some good things coming through on it. Best ways to clear energy fast. You've been feeling a little off lately. Probably if you want to do it really fast, I would take either, if you have any kind of crystal bowl, singing bowl, brass bowl, bells, anything that can, you just go ching, and it kind of, the vibration goes out. That's what I would say the very quickest way of doing it. Okay, portals. Princess Sophie says, I cannot live without sage. Okay, Kristen, I think I answered on how to check for portals. If you want more or you feel like I didn't answer it, please go ahead and drop that in the comments and I'll get back to it. Do I sage myself before and or after or both? Do I personally, because, when it comes to these things, there's certain things that we must do, but otherwise I kind of feel like you can do it however you feel is appropriate. Usually I'm not saging myself beforehand, but keep in mind the work that I do in the space that I basically exist in, kind of 24/7. So I'm always in this certain space that I'm being cleared, I'm being shielded, I'm connected to the highest vibrations. So I don't necessarily go through those steps, but if I am feeling murky, I will sage myself. To me, it's not, I won't do it necessarily in the beginning. If you feel you want to or need to, absolutely do it. But I would say really important afterwards. You want to make sure nothing's stuck on you. You didn't absorb anything. You didn't go, oh, wait, without realizing it, his energy was releasing. Sometimes it's memories in the home, energetic memories, and we don't realize it, but sometimes the energy isn't great to still be there, but we react as if we're losing something. So just check all that out, all right? Can you feel? You can feel portals by the cold breeze in corners. Yes, but it's not always in corners. But yes, you can feel cold coming through. That is a way. Wherever the portal may be, yes. Oh, Paul, I'm so sorry you're low energy. Oh, Heidi, I'm sorry. Ah, K-Bear, that's interesting. We'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, I like that. Awesome. I love that. Thank you. Good reminder. Some of that low energy, I think it's important, check yourself. If you are in low energy, guys, a couple different things. First of all, I am an energy healer, Reiki master teacher, so I help people with that in privately one-on-one. However, also, don't forget, if you're in a low energy, two things I'm hearing. Well, you'll always hear Archangel Michael out of my mouth, right? But to clear. But the other thing I heard, and I was stopped for a minute because it went out, but now it's came back in. Got to remember they channel to me at all times, so sometimes I'll forget it for a moment. Check that you are not absorbing anybody else's stuff, because that's what I heard. Lots of times that low energy isn't necessarily ours, so just check it. K-Bear says Chokure on the back of mirrors works too, and electronics too. That's a Reiki symbol. So yes, any Reiki anybody can do on anything. A lot of people Reiki their food before they eat it. Wonderful, powerful. Kristen asks, can you block positive things when closing a portal? No. Because positivity comes from universal crown space, okay? Not from a portal. Portal is usually, you want to call it wormhole. Ooh, okay. I'm sorry. Guys, you got to remember I live in a world, the way I experience the world is through energy, so the feel of that word was just set me off a little bit. So, okay. Yes, you can use the Om, the vibration of the Om, absolutely. Hello, Rodney. How are you? Tonight is not psychic readings. Tonight is Table Talk Thursdays. I'm glad you're joining us. I hope you'll stay. We have open Q&A tonight. Talking, you guys get to ask general questions about metaphysical, inspirational, or spiritual topics. My reading lives are Wednesdays, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But please, everyone, make sure you're following and liking my Elyse Ann Psychic page. Sometimes I do last-minute lives. But this way, too, you get to take advantage of everything I offer. I spend all week and weekends, offering inspirational things. I post to help you on your journey. That is my purpose. All right? So, don't forget to sage the phone and after drama. Yeah, you can sage anytime you need to. Just because you saged in the morning doesn't mean you don't need to sage in the evening, if that's what it comes down to. If you had a huge emotional release or healing, we dump that energy. So there's nothing wrong. Whenever you feel it needs, whatever needs to be clear, whenever. Very important. Yes. Loretta, okay. Loretta says in my native culture, we're talking about saging the phone and after drama. Okay, Loretta says in my native culture we sage both. We believe in going in clean positive and cleansing negative afterwards. I like that. Hey, Kate. How you doing? Welcome. My energy has been significantly different the last few days. Hard to explain. I'm trying hard not to add to my own positive or negative connotation to it. I'm trying hard not to add my own positive or negative connotation to it. Okay. Kate, let me get to that in a second. I just want to answer. I want to respond to Princess Sophia and her portal question, her portal comment. Portal is a door to allow spirit to walk through. I think it could have that definition, but in the context we're speaking about, a portal is something you do not want to open. All right. So I hope that helps. I just want to make sure. Some clarity to it. That was all. That's the way I see it. All right. So, let's see. Okay. So, let's talk about the energy. Let's go back there because that's where we were heading a little bit earlier. And Anna, I'm gonna write that down too. Prevent the negative energy. Okay, we're gonna go into that. We have plenty of time, guys. Good. I'm glad you're good, Kate. Good. I'm glad, honey. Okay. Thank you. Sending lots of love to everyone. Here we go. I find when I'm feeling low, sage gives me a lift. Yes, it does. Okay, so let me go back up here. Let's talk about the energy a little bit. We were in it, and then we kind of went into this other direction. This is what Table Talk is all about. That's why I love this. We just flow. Wherever it goes, wherever Spirit takes us. All right, so that's very, very, very cool. So, hey, Sal, how you doing? Welcome. All right. Okay, so the energy, you've been feeling significantly different the last few days. Hard to explain. Let me go back to some of what I was starting to talk about that Spirit told me about the energy a while ago. What I have been shown and seen is that the grid, this planetary grid, and it's not on the physical grid level, it's on a higher realm level of grid. What I can tell you in layman's terms and within the scope of the time we have. And they showed me that we're under a rewiring, this is being pulled this way, that's being pulled this way, that's connecting to that, this is connecting there instead of there. I mean, there's a huge rewiring happening. And not only is it happening on this higher realm level, it's happening on a planetary level to some degree, yes. And because, of course, if it's on a higher realm or higher level, the planetary is going to get affected by it. I'm not saying negative or positive, but they're going to be affected by the planetary grid. But if you step back for a moment and you think about some of what either you're going through, your friends are going through, your family's going through, whoever you know in your world, what they're going through. In case you haven't noticed, we are being taken down, we're being taken out, we're being forced into timeout, there's a lot of heavy duty things happening. We are being pushed extremely hard to heal. Because in order to ascend this planet the way we need to, we need a whole heck of a lot more ascension and people who are strong enough, souls that are strong enough to help work on that energy to ascend it. So I'm just going to say, I'm chilling all over my body. Woo, guys, there it is. That's my validation. Woo, we're right in there. That happens when I do readings, okay? Everything's, it's all accurate and good, but when I'm really like bullseye, there's no question, bam, I start chilling. And so I just felt that as I said it. So have some patience with yourself. Have some patience with the world. We're working it the best we can, but Spirit has stepped in and we have really been taken to a point where we must heal. And I've had my own personal ride with it. Okay, and I'm still working through some of it, but I got to tell you, it will get easier. I went through the depths of it, now I'm coming out of it, but there's a lot of things that are dropping right in front of me to be healed. But it's not like the heavy duty. It's almost like my breadcrumbs now, which is very cool. But that's what's happening in the energy. And we're all confused. We all don't know what's happening. First we're here, then we're there. It's like we're swinging from the vines. What the heck is happening? Everything I was looking at and doing, all of a sudden, it's no longer there. I mean, so much is happening. So just breathe. Breathe. Strap in a little bit. We're not there quite yet. I'm not trying to say, oh my God. No, but I'm saying this is going to be going on for a little while longer. I know one of you is going to ask me how long. I don't really know quite yet. And they really don't want to answer it. So, look, I can't force Spirit, and I never would. I have too much respect for the work that I do. But if they're not going to answer it, that means we're not supposed to know. All right. Hang in there, guys. It's been a tough ride. It's been a tough ride. There's a reason and a purpose. We're going to get on the other side of this. Okay? And it's going to be better. All right? So that's what I see in the energy. All right. Moving along in the comments. How can I prevent negative energy from entering? Wait, ooh, I'm way behind here. Let me go down just a little bit. I'll get back to that in just a second. That was Anna, how to prevent the negative energy from entering. Okay, so just hold on. I'm going to get to that in just a minute. By the way, I'm so glad all of you are here tonight. I just love doing what I do. If you don't know me, I am Elyse Ann Psychic. I'm the Psychic Liaison, Bridge the Unseen. I'm very multifaceted in what I do, helping my clients to really create a better life for themselves. We dig in, we figure out what's blocking you through Spirit's help and the tools you can use. And, you know, I'm here to help the world as much as I can, spreading love and light. I mean, I'm all about love and compassion. That's I preach it, I walk it really as much as I really can. Which I really, I'm not perfect, nobody is, but I'm all about the love and compassion because, guys, that's what we all need, and that's the way for us to get through our lives, So anyhow, check out my website, ElyseAnnPsychic.com. You'll learn all about me. I'm even more multifaceted than my website even talks about. And don't forget to sign up for my email list when you're there. Exclusively for you guys on my email list, you'll get a every month I send out a 3-card channel message. Plus, you'll be one of the first to know what's going on with me. So check it out. All right. I'm sorry, I'm pointing my pen at everyone, aren't I? All of a sudden I realize I'm pointing this pen. I do apologize. It was in my hand and I totally forgot. I'm very expressive in case you haven't noticed. My hands are part of it. I am from the East Coast. And we talk a lot with our hands too. So I apologize for pointing a pen. That was unintended. All right. K-Bear says, meditation helps me stay in my own energy. Yes. Heidi says, okay, Heidi, that's a whole nother question. I'm going to try and get to it. Okay, Laura. There we go. Good. Finding, use sage. Great. I am alive. Sal says, thank you. Well, that's a really good thing. You're ahead of the curve from some people, darling. All right. Yeah, Princess Sophia. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I mean, portals can show up anywhere, and cold is part of that. It's just I wanted people to understand that it's not always necessarily just in corners. That's really what I was trying to get with the clarification. So hopefully that's even clearer. Hey, Natalie, how you doing? All right, welcome. Aw, Ruth, that's so sweet of you. Thank you, darling. She says you have a beautiful glow around you tonight. Thank you, sweetheart. Just wanted to tell you thank you, darling. Thank you very much. That really touches my heart. Thank you. Teresa says I'm feeling it more right now than it's ever been. It's crazy. Yeah, honey. A lot of people are being taken to their limits. I've been hand holding quite a few of my besties. It was my turn a while ago, and now it's their turn, and we're getting through it, So Kate says, last week, Tuesday through Saturday, were clouded with irritation and annoyances. Sunday morning, I woke up just different. All right. Well, sometimes when we go through our healing, guys, and don't worry, Anna, I am going to get to the prevention of energy from entering, but we're a little ahead here. Sometimes when we're healing, and doing healing, it's not that we always have to do it. Or we do have to do our part. But some people think, oh, I got to constantly look at it. I got to constantly pay attention. I got to constantly heal. No, you do your part. But sometimes part of the healing that we go through is on a very spiritual level. And as physical beings, we don't necessarily have to be active in that moment. Sometimes Spirit's just reworking things. And sometimes things like that Kate just explained, that, you had irritation and annoyance, and then all of a sudden you just woke up. You and your team, on whatever level it was, cleared it, which is beautiful. All right. So, all right. Will says, I'm trying to do my part to raise the vibrational energy of the planet. Babe, you are! I just had to throw it in one more time. Just couldn't resist tonight, Will. Yeah, you are, because I see how you present. We're Facebook friends too. After you were one of my followers, we became friends, and I watch the work and the things you're doing. And yes, I mean, we all are in our own way. Everything we do, guys, it's about helping to raise the vibration. That's why staying in the best, most positive, loving space is so important. We're all here for a reason. We're part of the legions. All right? So just remember that. Okay. Jen says, good to know that those grid changes are what is happening now. Makes total sense. It's so wackadoodle in a definitive direction towards forcing some issues. Thank you. You're welcome, Jen. Yeah. They, like I said, they started showing this to me weeks ago. I had a heads up. And, yeah, it's been quite the journey. I'm going to tell you from my own personal, the way I would describe it for me, Spirit cracked me wide open, about 75%. They didn't take me totally out, but they came darn close. Yeah, I almost said it. And they had to get me out of my own way. I'm human. And that's what I'm talking about. Some of the stuff we're being forced almost. We got to get out of our own way, guys. They need our help. So show up and just try to breathe through it. All right? All right. Roller coaster. That is right. East Coaster. Okay, there you go. All right. Okay, Princess Sophia. Oh, yeah. Okay, Princess Sophia. Yeah, I don't remember either what I originally said, but it was a clarification. Hey, Melissa, how you doing? You're welcome, Will. I'm Portals, yeah. Hey, Debbie. Gosh, I saw Darren at the same time. I was starting to say Debbie, so it all came out mixed up. Hi, Debbie. Welcome. Yeah, I'm on tonight. My Thursdays at 6 p.m. are our Table Talk Thursdays. Tonight's open Q&A. But all the other weeks, we pick a different topic. Inspirational, metaphysical, or spiritual topic. So guys, at any time, if you have an idea or all of a sudden you go, I really want to know more about that, drop me a message. Let me know you're interested in the topic, because Table Talk Thursdays is for you. Okay? I'm of service. I've taught these workshops. I've walked 20 years of clients through things. I've gone on my own deep dive journey. Spirit and I'm channeling all the time. So I'm here to help you. I'm here to be of service to help you. So what do you want to know? Because a lot of it I do know. Not all of it. We know I didn't know about moon water. We got me tonight. I didn't know. I had no clue. And of course I'm going to say that. I don't know. But let me know. All right? Because this is all about you guys. All right. Darren. Yes, Darren, we will try to get to that. I got to get back to one other thing first. Okay, great. We got some more questions coming through. I'm going to go back up to Anna's question about preventing negative energy from entering your realm. Let's talk about that. It's going to be fairly quick because I'm going to just drop a handful of tools to you right now. All right. Hold on one second, guys. Somewhere up here. I'm sorry, I can't find the exact comment or question, but I know that's what it was. At least close. There's a lot of things we can do. I'll tell you what I do, all right? And that'll give you some ideas. I'm always connected with my spirit team in a way. I'm not always on. I'm not always in psychic mode. Are you kidding me? No way. Burn me out. The amount of energy that we run in a day is, a lot of energy to do this work. So no, I do have to shut down. But I have it set up with my spirit team, Archangel Michael, everybody that's part of my team of the highest vibrations. And they know what my intentions are. Okay, I sage. I put my intentions out. Just like we talked about when we were talking about the saging, the way I do it. I said when we release out the negative energy or the energy that no longer belongs, we never want to leave a void. So I always invite in, I always invite in the energy that I would like to accept into my space. Loving, balanced, harmonious, peaceful, however you want to term it. So that's part of it. Also, what I do especially when I'm somewhere, if I'm in a new space, or even when I sage, every time I sage, or whenever you feel the need. What I do is I white light my whole living space. Ceiling, roof, all the way down to the ground and out to the sides. If you have property, I would white light it also. Vehicles, whatever you have, front yard, vehicles, white light that whole space, almost like tenting it. And then what I do is I put another tent over it, emerald green. It's a very healing vibration. And listen, it's all about healing, because in the space of healing is a lot of love. And that's what I do to protect, to shield my space, my belongings. Come on, we live in the physical world. So that's a really great way to set up something to shield for you. I hope that helped. All right, so let me see here. Let's go down a little bit. Now I'm going to try to get as far as I can with the questions, guys. So here we go. Let's see. What else do I have here? Persistent signs. Darren. Hi, Darren. How are you? All right. Let me see. Loretta, you got to... Oh, okay. Good night, Loretta. I'm glad you joined us, honey. I hope I didn't miss saying goodbye to you. Okay, let me just make sure. Give me a second, because what I want to do is information on the workshop, who is eligible to go. All right, Debbie, it's interesting when you bring up workshops tonight. And I usually don't put it out in advance or talk about things, because I know energy is constantly shifting. And I've mentioned things along the way that just haven't happened yet, or it was there and then it's not. So I kind of don't like putting it out, but stay tuned. Make sure that you're signed up on my email list. And if you are a Gmail person, please check your promotions folder. The beginning of every month, I usually try and get my newsletter out. The channel messages in there amongst other things. Excuse me, the first of the month, but sometimes I'm running a few days behind, just depends. But make sure you check your Gmail. I'm doing it with the pen again. I'm so sorry. I have it in my hand for notes and then I forget to put it down. Check it, because I know I get lost in Gmail. They put me in the promotions folder. I have that issue with other people's emails sometimes too. But this way you're going to know when this all goes down. But there is a beautiful workshop that's going to be working on. All right, and it's going to be developing an interpersonal relationship with your own spirit team. And so when that's ready to launch, make sure you're following and liking my Elyse Ann Psychic page, or your notifications are set at favorites, because that sure will be on there. I don't know when yet, guys. This just came to me today, and I literally have about 10 projects out there right now. They all just whoosh. And I'm like, okay, here we go. So hang tight. But I really do believe that one is gonna be in creation here. All right. Who says that? I'm so interested. Heidi. All right. Yes. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. All of a sudden. Excuse me. All right, guys. Well, make sure, like I said, sign up for my email list on ElyseAnnPsychic.com. Go to my website. It pops right up. Make sure you're following and liking my Elyse Ann Psychic page. You're going to get notifications. Look for those postings. I'll usually put it in the events of Facebook, even though they're not Facebook-based. Okay, so just make sure you're checking out my page, guys. There's a lot of stuff on there. All right. Excuse me. Gosh, goodness. What I'd like to do, actually, this is what I'm going to say to all of you that are saying how interested you're into this. Not that you necessarily message me. Give me your email address. Send me your email address, and I will put you on a list. And I don't know if there's going to be a limited number of spots, but those people that tell me next 24 hours, whatever, reach out to Reach out to me on Messenger. Drop your email address in there. I'll add you to the email list, and I will also, my monthly email list, which sometimes it's more than once a month, but I don't bombard people. I don't care for that. And I'll also put you on a separate list for the workshop. And if Spirit, because see, I don't know, because Spirit always guides me with this. So as I develop it, they're going to tell me how I'm going to structure it and what's going to happen. Those are my business partners. My Spirit team and I are in business together. And so that's why I'm kind of, that, I don't exactly know. But if we do limit the number of spots, those that give me your email address, tonight, tomorrow, next day, I will put you on a separate list, and you will have the opportunity to be the first ones to say whether or not you want a spot. That's my deal with you tonight. So let me know. All right. So let me see here. Let me look. Okay. So, hey, Kirsty, how are you? Heidi's like, add me, get the pen. Oh, you put it right there. Okay, Heidi, I'll take it off of the live later, sweetheart. I just didn't know if you wanted that all over the Facebook. If you want, Heidi, let me know. I can always delete it afterwards. That's the topic you wanted to discuss with me? That's... Don't you just love Spirit? That's how Spirit works, guys. When you're tuned in and you're manifesting and you're communicating, this is the example of exactly how Spirit works. Gosh, I just love it, because I love Spirit. I've been doing this 20 years, and I say it almost every time. I never, ever want to lose the wow factor. I always, let me rephrase that. Miss Manifestor, I just put it in all negative words. Ooh, see, I'm not perfect. I have to learn too. I have a very negative background. I grew up that way. So let's rephrase that into, this is what I want, to always continue to be amazed and wowed by them. It's an experience like no other. So thank you. That is very, very cool. I'm glad you're doing okay, Kirsty. And Anna, you put it. Okay, guys, I'll pull those email addresses off after the live. And just so you know what I'm going to do, just out of respect and courtesy, once I pull them off and have you on the list, my email list and also the special list for the workshop, I'll go ahead and delete your comments so nobody else can see it after this. All right. I'll pull them tonight, even if I don't go through all the comments. I'll kind of scroll through and try and pull the emails off, and then I'll be deleting the comments, just so you know. You guys, I'm very much about courtesy, respect, and everything else. All right. So, all right. And, okay. So let me go back up here for a second as we're rounding. And somebody asked about the signs, the repetitive signs, persistent signs. Give me a minute. We will get to that. That was Darren. Okay, Darren, we're going to get to that in just a minute, sweetheart. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm keeping up with these comments. Otherwise, it kind of gets a little, all of a sudden I'm 10 minutes behind, and what I'm about to address kind of doesn't make sense sometimes. We go with the flow, but I still try to keep myself a little bit on pace here with it. All right, so let me say hi to, let's see, we got, okay, Angela, I'll add you onto the list, honey. If anybody does not want to drop it in the comments here, you can private message me, all right? I just want you to know I can pick up the email addresses that way too, all right? If somebody doesn't want to put it out there. But again, I will delete it after this live. I'll pull them tonight, and I will delete it so that your email addresses aren't up there. All right. Stuart, hi, Stuart, welcome. Tonight is not psychic mini readings. That's Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Those are my lives. I'm the same as Pacific Standard Time. I hope you'll stay tonight, though. We're kind of in the last 10 minutes of our Table Talk Thursdays, and every week we have a different topic. But my third Thursday of every month, I do an open Q&A. Whatever topic, general topic you want to ask me about. It's not reading stuff. It's just general, inspirational, spiritual, or metaphysical topics. All right. So I want to say welcome. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully you'll stay for the last 10 minutes. Okay, let's go back in here. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going back to Darren's comment. But before I do that, let me see. Will said something. My own personal healing journey seems to be helping others, and and all I'm focusing on is myself and my healing journey, but I'm starting to see others are benefiting in the process. I think that's a beautiful thing. Positive vibes and love. It's an absolutely gorgeous thing. Why do you think I do what I do? It's not about, hey, look at me. It's because listen, guy, I'm just like you, I'm human, but I've done a lot of deep diving. And I know where I was. I'm a survivor, so I know what my foundation was, and I know how my life is now. And if you know me, you know I'm pretty upbeat, I'm pretty happy, I smile a lot, I laugh a lot. Is it that you think I don't have personal things going on? Oh, yes, I do. But you know what? I choose to look at it from the space of spirituality, the space of the healing, the space of where I can understand the love and compassion and have compassion for others and understand we're each just walking our journey, trying our best with the tools we have in the moment in time. You know what? That's very freeing. And that's why I can laugh a lot and I smile a lot and I truly am happy. I have a messy life too, just like a lot of other people. But I love it because I'm looking at what I have that's really positive. And I focus a lot on that, which allows me to show people how to be that way. I know people look at me and they're like, I don't know, because I smile a lot. It's because that's how I choose to approach life. I wasn't always that way, believe me. So, anyhow. All right. Thank you. Okay. Let's go back to Darren's question. Thank you for your patience, Darren. I know I've said your name like 3 times and keep saying we're going to go to it, but I seriously, right now, I absolutely am. Doesn't matter what else shows up, we're going to answer Darren's question. Thank you for your patience, Darren. Can you give me some insights into persistent signs? Yes. When we are receiving the same sign over and over again, there is a meaning to that sign. If you're seeing birds, a certain bird, you're seeing peacocks. All of a sudden, you're seeing peacocks everywhere. Look up what a peacock means. Or have a book of signs. I have a book. I think it's by Denise Lynn. I bought it a lot of years ago. The Secret Language of Signs, I think it is. There's totem animal book. I mean, there's all kinds of books about what different things mean from the spiritual world when they show up in our world. So when you have something persistent, you keep seeing the same thing, you keep hearing the same song, you keep whatever it is, there's a message there waiting to be unearthed. So pause and stop. And like I said, you can look it up if it's I remember one time I saw fire engines. I saw 3 or 4 of them in the span of, I think it was 5 days. And like, I hadn't seen a fire engine in, I don't even know how long. And I stopped and I sat back and I said, well, what can that represent? And then I figured out what the message was, what Spirit was trying to tell me. So, when we have persistent signs, when the same thing keeps showing up, try your best to pay attention. Because Spirit's trying to get through. And Spirit can be very persistent. And Spirit isn't always just the gentlest about it. Okay? When we, they can 2x4 us if that's what it takes. Sometimes we're stubborn and we get in our own way. All right, so hopefully that helps you. One headlight out of the cars on the road is absolutely ridiculous. So what does that tell you, Darren? Let's dissect that for a moment. And not that this is a reading, but let's dissect that so it makes sense. Opal, give me a second, sweetheart. I'll answer that. I could look at that. I would step back and go, well, what does that mean? Well, when somebody has a headlight missing or it's not on, what does that mean? Not safe. Be extra cautious. Get your own headlight checked out. Something to do with a car. I mean, that's where I would go with it. I'd step back and go, what could this mean to me? Don't get logical. Because what we tend to do as human beings, we say, what is it? Oh, it doesn't fit my life. Well, who's to say the message does fit? I learned many decades ago, when it comes to psychic information, don't put logic into it, because that's when you're going to mess it all up. Okay? Try your best to just be open and flow. All right? Hopefully that helps you, darling, and everyone. Opal, sorry, I missed what we are giving email to. Sorry. Okay, no problem, darling. We were talking about a workshop that just came to me today. I don't know exactly when it's going to launch. Spirit told me today. They dropped it. I got like 10 different projects they've dropped in my lap in the last 5 to 7 days. Woo! I'm all on board, but I'm like, here we go. It's about developing this. This is probably going to be the name of it, and I guess they're doing this. I usually don't put it out there, but Spirit's making me like really put it out there, so they're like, you're going to do this. I kind of knew that, but developing your own interpersonal relationship with your spirit team. So I don't know. I mean, they just dropped it, and I went, okay. I have no idea. They are my business partners, so I have no idea how this is going to formulate, what it's going to, how the structure. I really don't know. I believe it's going to be through Zoom. We're going to do it through Zoom. I don't know if they're going to limit the number of students. I don't know. When I say they, because we discuss everything, and I get my guidance from them. So, but what I told everybody tonight, if you are interested in it, what I'm going to do is you give me your email address. You don't have to do it during the live. You're welcome, Darren. You don't have to do it during the live. You can always private message me, but if you're interested in this workshop, give me your email address. I'm going to go ahead and add you to, make sure you're on my email list, and if you're not, I'm going to add you to it. But then when this workshop becomes available, what I said to you guys tonight, I'm making this promise to you. If Spirit does limit the number of spots, anybody tonight that gives me or in the next day or two, gives me their email address, you will have first dibs to join this workshop if it's structured as if it's a small group or whatever the limit is. That's why we're giving in emails tonight. All right, honey, I hope that explains it. All right. There you go, guys. Drop it in there or private message me. If you put it in here tonight, what I'm going to do, I told all of you too, I'm sorry, I'm moving around my papers. I'm going to go ahead after this live, and I'm going to pull the email. You know, normally, guys, I go through it. I might respond or react to your, right now, I still can do that. It's getting to the point I don't know how much longer I'm going to have the time to go back in. But I love interacting with you guys, even after the fact. I'm just loving it. Anyhow, I'll go in and pull the email addresses right after this live, and then I'm going to delete it off of the live, just so it's not way out there. All right, so I'm telling you guys that I'll do that for you tonight. I think I have a handful here. So, hey guys, guess what? We've hit the hour. We're like a minute and a half until the hour. So, I know there were still questions left unasked, but this is the beauty of it. When it is an open Q&A, come on back with the questions. All right? Come back to me with topics you would like me to cover. You know, these are things that, what you're getting tonight, I taught these workshops for a lot of years, and I got paid pretty good money to do it. I taught at community college. I taught there for 8 years. I taught private groups. I rented class. I did all kinds of things, and I taught. So I do this, though, because I understand it's part of my mission to help others. I know not everybody can afford certain things, too. But why do I get into this passion about Table Talk Thursdays? Because, guys, you have me to ask this stuff of, no charge. I'm willing, I'm able, I'm open. I almost want to say, not take advantage of me, but take advantage of the situation. I know you're out there going, well, I wonder about this, or what does this mean, or what about this topic, or I'd like to know. Let me know. I can't promise I'm going to get to everybody's topic, but I want you guys to tell me what you want, because you're the ones who want the information. I have the information. I can come up with topics, but is it what you want to know about? All right, I'm done with my passion plea. Is it a plea? I don't know. Anyhow, guys, this is the end of our hour tonight. Don't forget to follow and like my Elyse Ann Psychic page. Make sure your notifications are set at favorites. Mondays and Fridays tomorrow morning, you'll be receiving. On my page, I post Mondays and Fridays. I do a channel card message. During the other days, I post inspirational. I post all kinds of things, whatever Spirit guides me to. Make sure you're doing that. Invite your friends on over too. This is how I earn my living. This is what I do for a living, and how, this is my business. I am of service. I give freely, but also I need to pay my bills. So help me get out there. Help people know about me. I want to help people grow. I want to help people learn. I know the beauty of the journey. Help me help you guys. All right. Anyhow, you guys, listen, thanks so much for being part of tonight and the journey here tonight. What a beautiful process and opportunity. I love this. I love the interaction between all of you. I mean, it's just a beautiful community, I feel, that shows up. And that's what I really have worked at, to create this space of love and compassion and acceptance that we can all grow and learn in. So to each and every one of you, thank you for being here. Much love. Mwah, mwah. Many blessings. Much gratitude. Wherever you are in the world, have a great rest of your evening, morning, or afternoon. Thanks so much, you guys. I love y'all. Till we meet again. Take good care. Bye.